That's Michelle Einstein's Songbird song from Lewis Howell's School of Greatness, the most eye-opening speech on why you're not happy in life by Ed Mylett. Like I said, at Lewis Howell's School of Greatness. Okay, so these are notes that I took on while listening to the podcast. He talks about the book Sell Your Dreams. He likes that book. His book is The Power of One More. And he talks about McDonald's is selling happiness. Happy Meal. Their mascot is a clown. Then their ad campaign is not selling hamburgers, you see. And Apple computers. They wanted the name Apple to begin with the letter. They wanted the name of their company to begin with the letter A, and that Apple begins with the letter A. And Steve Jobs said, apples make him happy. So he'd sell it. Isn't she beautiful? Talking about his computer. Look at her curves. Don't you want to take her home? And so he said, sell old stuff to new people. Sell your thoughts and your attitude. Just keep doing it. Even if, like, parents have to do that. And then it says, JFK and Ronald Reagan were the best speakers, that, according to this one author. They showed big visions. And Coca-Cola with a smile. Coca-Cola sold happiness too. And then he said, great people, great entrepreneurs selling your dream. And at the end is happiness. Selling your product with a dream, and the dream at the end is happiness. As a child, I said, this is what Mylett said. No, this is what Michelle said, right. As a child, Michelle said, when I grow up, I'm going to raise my own happy family. Along the way, she saw she needed a happy husband. So she treated her husbands like they were kings. One wrote her a song, I love you, Michelle, yeah, baby. It's on Edwin Birdsong's Supernatural album. He recorded it and put it on his second album with her. The Beatles, Paul McCartney and John Lennon wrote, Michelle, my belle, I want you, I need you. And they sang it in her favorite language, French. Michelle says, my second husband added his income to mine and still does. Twice a month, Michael John Spear sends me part of the 2 pensions he receives, because I'm responsible for him getting each. He asked me, what should he do at one point? I told him, get a job as a teacher. He got a job. He kept it for 18 years. Now he gets a Social Security pension he paid into, and he gets a teacher's pension he paid into. So these are the 2 pensions he got as a result of listening to my advice. And so he shares his pensions with me. Not a whole lot of money, but the point is he does share it. And I appreciate it. I told my first husband, Edwin Birdsong, you need a recording contract, after he played me his song, Hop, Skip, Jump, Step. Edwin listened. He got a recording contract. He recorded the highest compliment a man can give his wife during their struggles. Edwin said, he sang, "She knows what to do." That's one of the lines in "I Love You, Michelle, Yeah, Baby." God told me who I am. I am the queen of creativity. God told me that's certainly a woman who knows what to do. Right. The queen of creativity would be able to create a way, so she knows what to do. You see, you get it? Okay. Great people, great parents. This is what Mylett is saying. Great entrepreneurs are selling you a dream big enough for you to get inside of, and at the end is happiness. That's the formula. I'll tell you one more time so you can know the formula to success. Great people, great parents, great entrepreneurs are selling you a dream big enough for you to get inside of. And at the end is happiness. That's the formula, whether it's Coca-Cola, McDonald's, records, whatever it is. Okay. People get stuck. Okay, I'll never be able to have a dream. They get stuck thinking this negative thoughts because they are coming from their past memories of failures. You have to create a better future, a better image of your life. You don't let go of the past until you have something better to hold on to. Michelle said, first, you have to let go of the past so your hands are free to grab hold of something better. You do that by owning where you are. I am afraid. If that's where you are, then you own that, you say that, and the fear goes away. I am worrying. If that's your experience, if that's what you're doing, worrying stops once you own it. I'm thinking of dwelling on my past failures. Itemize the failures you're experiencing and the attached emotions, and the hurtful failures will disappear from your thoughts, from your mind, from your belief system, which affects your behavior and your destiny, your future. When you have accepted and acknowledged your full experience of your past in the present, your past will disappear, and you'll be free to experience the present moments of your life, just reality, and can create a plan for a successful, happy future for you, for your dream, product, person, whatever it is. you truly want. I love the book Think and Grow Rich, says Mylett. It's one of my favorite books. It's one of the books Michelle's reading too. It's one of my favorite books of all time, she says. It sold 15 million copies. It's a lot of people's favorite book. Michelle is reading this book for the past couple of weeks. The next time I script. That's what it sounded like he said was his all-time favorite book. The next time I script. I don't really know what he said. I'm just guessing. I know he said Think and Grow Rich is one of his all-time favorites. So, only the other side of the temporary pain. Whatever you don't want to do, that's what temporary pain is. Whatever you avoid is the other self. No, whatever you avoid is the temporary pain. The other side of the temporary pain is your other self. Your stronger self, the self you want to be. Doing the hardest stuff brought my greatest rewards, says Mylett. Michelle said writing 20 to 23 pages a day with pen and paper brings me answers to a world's problem on page 23 and a half. So she's saying what she does is hard. It is not easy to write 23 pages at one time. But she gets an answer to a world problem at the end of all that labor, she's telling you. 3 things to build wealth. 1, identify at what you're great at doing. I learned to read my mother when she came home. Like Mylett had to read his father, his alcoholic father. My mother was an alcoholic. His handling of his father gave him the skills to earn hundreds of millions of dollars. I learned to be a civilian psychotherapist. I'll become rich, says Michelle, when I start to charge for my services. The second thing you need to do to build wealth, you have to be in the business of truly caring about people. People matter. This is what Mylett says. This is what Michelle believes and lives. The third thing, you have to become obsessed. Our obsessions become our possessions. My children and my twin flames, my obsessions, because they are the ingredients for my dreams that began in childhood when I made the decision I'm going to have my own family and make it a happy family because that's what I want, to be a member of a happy family. Now we have the holy royal family of good, happy human beings. Greatness rises, says Mylett. So if you can get really good at what you do, you'll rise. People underestimate the amount of crazy, relentless focus it takes to be great at something. You're the happiest in your life when you're the most obsessed, when mother's breastfeeding and continuing to love her child unconditionally is when she's the happiest in her life. You are constantly being reborn internally all the time. So your outward being should be striving, growing, changing all the time also. Thinking doing nothing is bliss is not true. for a person obsessed with living to the fullest. The Fullest, sung by Josh Groban. I believe this is a picture of Josh Groban. I believe entrepreneurs, not the political agents, are the people that's going to change the world, says Ed Mylett. There's a lack of kindness and gentleness and love. The brutal nature of business, the cutthroatness of it, has contributed to this. I think the next 10 years will show that entrepreneurs are the ones that can bring the most love and change and solution to people's lives. I want everyone to feel, seeing that drug addicts, that alcoholic, I want them to feel seen. Michelle Einstein, birdsong, wrote a song, "Mine is a gentle soul," expressing the mindset of the marginalized, such as the addict or the alcoholic. It goes like this. Let me hold on to the fantasy till I'm strong enough to see reality. Don't push. Let me take my time. Mine is a gentle soul. Lead me gently into what you see, till strong faith becomes a part of me. Don't mind if I take my time. Mine is a gentle soul. Mercy is divine inspiration for a higher mind. Mercy is divine compensation for a weaker kind. So let me hold on to the fantasy till I'm strong enough to see reality. Don't push. Let me take my time. Mine is a gentle soul. Lead me gently into what you see, till strong faith becomes a part of me. Don't mind if I take my time. Mine is a gentle soul. Please be kind. Mine is a gentle soul. Okay? So let's have tolerance and patience for them. So it says, over time you believe you belong in your dreams when you touch them periodically. Mylett's book, The Power of One More. thepowerofonemore.com will help you with the book. It's a heavy book. It does not lack for detail. And Lewis Howell asked him, what would he do to change things, or how can we help him, or something like that. He said, be kinder to people. Be kinder to yourself. Sing, my son, wrote me a happy birthday greeting, and he said, be kind to yourself. That's very nice to hear. And really begin to act out of your dreams and your imagination, not your past failures and memories. Your dreams and imagination are a form of prayer, and they can be answered. Lewis said, imagine it's your last day on earth and you can only leave behind 3 things. What would they be? Michelle said, immortality and love for eternity. Ed Mylett said, number 1, God. Number 2, you were born to do something great with your life. You are not average and ordinary. You Joanne Singh told her, "You are you." He told Michelle, "You are you." And Mylett says, "You were born to do something great with your life. You are not average and ordinary." Number 3, do one more. You think you are further away from your goal than you are. Do one more. Your one podcast, one song, one book, one relationship, one thought away from what you want to be. One thought away from changing your life. A man loaned an entrepreneur $50,000. So did another man. The second man got cold feet and asked for his money back. The first man's investment gave him a return of $750 million. The entrepreneur he loaned the money to was Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world now, the CEO of the Holy Royal Family of good human beings. Now, America's headquarters, St. Francis of Assisi, Residence 3. Wayne Dyer loved St. Francis, most especially. Bezos now son is Wayne Dyer reincarnated. Isn't that a happy ending? Then Lewis asked Mylett his definition of greatness. It said that you create a life that matches your vision for it and serving others using the gifts God gave you. As his blind sister is doing teaching 4th grade in the Christian school. She's only 4 feet 11, the height of her students, and she's very successful at it. So she's a great person. And so is Ed Mylett, and so is Lewis Howell, and so is Josh Groban, and the other people we mentioned in this piece.